Hey guys, it's Apollo here, and it's time for a deck update, this time Aichi icon. So with the release of DZ-SS16, we have two new cards that help the deck a lot, and it's pretty good. I really do like the new cards, bringing back memories of those days when I was playing, the OG era back in the day. So yeah, so it does make the deck much more consistent in a sense, and also it does help to see your special pieces essentially. Just like before, I'm not gonna go through much of the stuff that I've gone through before. If you want to check the full detail, you can check out my deck profile on the Aichi Icon Paladin deck I made, I think, a couple months back, which I do explain in full. I would say first that there are some changes I made, not only just to the deck, but also to make the right deck as well. So I will explain my philosophy behind it. So now talking, let's go on to the deck update. Okay, so the right deck. Okay, so this is where I made the big change, and I didn't realize it up until like someone pointed out to me. So starter used to run Barco because it literally is. No, it's an Aichi icon, sorry, what do you expect? Okay, so the grade 1, I am playing Wingo now. So a lot of people have been thinking that my original deck profile that I made, that I played Marin, which is not wrong in the sense that you can play Marin so that you can get a free ride. Although I would say, now with another thing about it, if you play Wingo in this case, you do essentially are able to build board quite early. So essentially, yes, it calls the flow goes. You do lose on crit, but although to be fair, there is one card in the deck that helps mitigate that, which I think you should. I think pretty much some of you may know what I'm talking about. I'll say them on a bit. So the reason why I play Wingo in this case is because you do want to rush early, and he helps to give Barco the skill to allow you to build board to rush early game. And I've tried it out myself. It actually did win me some games, and that's pretty much the reason why I went to using Wingo instead of playing Marin the right deck anymore. So there's that. I mean, your avatar, I mean, to Blaster Blade, just allowing you to retire something in the front row, retire something in the rear guard, and also to draw one from the Vanguard circle, and it's being a 20 gauge attacker if you're running out of greater. And your main target, your grade 2 target is Alfred, allowing you to be pretty much similar to the old Alfred, and also allowing you to get a +1 drive if you have like at least 3 or more rear guards, and allowing you to have a 4 attack. So just that. So the right deck has changed. If you want to play the Marin one, you can. Although to be fair, Marin does save your hand, but it doesn't do much out of that, to be honest. So yeah. So let's go on to grade freeze. So the grade freeze, okay. They're generally unchanged, and I'll explain why in a bit. So I still play 2 personas in the main deck because they might be 3 personas. I can't remember, but I still play 2 personas in the main deck of Alfred, so that some people may be asking, well, why are you playing Alfred when you can just finish it off quickly with Soul Saver? So, okay, I'll just bring Soul Saver here. You still do my 4 copies of him. So, my philosophy behind playing 2 Alfreds in the main deck is simply because there has been cases where if I go to Soul Saver and I don't finish him off, and I don't see Soul Saver from there, I'm pretty much dead. I mean, you're breaking it at this point. So, instead of just relying on Soul Saver just to keep us running to do the 5 attacks, I told myself, what if instead of relying on Soul Saver just to be the finisher, I can go back to Alfred and also get personal right, and also at least do something rather than just waiting for the next turn to hopefully getting a Soul Saver for hand. So that's my philosophy behind it, which is why I played 2 Alfreds in the main deck. So I mean, I can't remember 2 or 3 back then, but either way, these are just backups. They're just only there simply because if I cannot finish our Soul Saver and I don't finish the Soul Saver, at least these guys can back me up, really. So basically, cancel. Cancel is basically your generic index in order to find best way, and also to get the crit power when you swing, really. So it's pretty good. And I changed my Regalis piece from the Permanent Heartblaze to Fire Regalis. So essentially, the Fire Regalis just allows you to build board, which is I think one of the main issues, or one of the minor issues I feel that I check on. I mean, yes, you can play Nevernight Order if you really want to play Nevernight Order and go the full Soul Saver route. You can take out the 2 Alfreds and put the Nevernight Orders in there. That's fine. Like, it's perfect fine. But I choose Fire Regalis because it's a generator. You can just shot 5 for calling it. If you don't draw any, at least you can get draw 1. It's pretty much that. Okay, so that's it for the grade freeze. Now for the grade 2s, this is where stuff gets a little interesting. You still play 3 Blaster Blades in the main deck, obviously, because it's an Aichi icon. It's your avatar. You cannot say no to him. I still played 3 zeros. The zeros in the Festival Booster have been reprinted, so it's the best time for you to get it now, and also it's pretty dirt cheap. So if you guys are getting the Aichi icon deck and you need to get these zeros, my suggestion, get them now, because I have no idea about in the future whether these will go in price now. It has went on price. I think it was like $4 or $5 a copy when it first came out, when it first reprinted. Then it went up to like $2. So If you can find these zeros, go and get them because it's really really good in this deck. I will say that first. And next off, I run just a new card. I run for Akane. It's a 3 Akane, sorry. So Akane skill, when it's in space over your circle, if your Vanguard has the Aichi icon or has Hound Razor in its card name, you can combat on a subject to up to 1 high beast, call the same column as her, and shuffle the deck. So essentially, what she does essentially, like if you saw my unboxing and also like some of my input, you know that if you buy the Aichi icon, you got Sargon on the deck. So essentially, what you can do is either call Pongo or Sargon, depending on the situation, and then essentially it allows you to, I mean, yeah, it's a high beast generic in a sense, but also it allows you to call high beast, which is pretty good. So and you do have a good number of high beasts in the deck. So that's that. Sentinel act on Vanguard's turn. Put a high beast from your put a Aichi icon high beast that has not been called this turn to the bottom of the deck, and she gets 5k power. So essentially, what this means is that when you use Barkle's skill to call Wait Fogo from the deck, and the next turn, assuming they don't kill it, you can call the Akane, call the high beast from behind her. You can bot deck the Fogo back to your main deck, and then get the 5k. So essentially, it recycles your Fogos back to your deck, which is pretty good. I do like that gimmick, really. First skill, auto skill, when this unit attacks while being boosted, if it's boosted by a high beast, for this battle, it gets 5k power. So essentially, when it's boosted by Sargon, you can go up to, if you see all the skills, you go up to 33, yeah, 33. So it's representatively 43, so pretty good. I like that. Okay, that's it for the grade 6. Now for the grade 1s, I still play for Marin. I know some people have been asking me to swap out the Marins for Lians. At least for my personal preference, I think sure Lian does help you build board in a sense, and also allows you to filter your deck in a way. But although in my opinion, I feel okay. You can you can you can agree disagree, but all I'm trying to say here is that at least for my kind of playstyle, I prefer Marin's case. You can replace Marin's with Lee, and it's also perfectly fine. I think they work. I just feel that Marin is good because it allows you to recycle back decks so you don't deck out fast. So that's my philosophy behind it, really. So there's that. Okay, next up, I played 3 Pongo. So Pongo skill, when this at the end of this unit boosted a unit with the Aichi icon, you can put this unit, so look at the top 5 cards to the deck, switch up to 1 grade 3 card, reveal it, put it in hand, shuffle the deck. Sorry, choose up to 1 grade 3 that's not a Regal's piece. I haven't been pointed out there. So reveal it, put it in hand, shuffle the deck. So what this means, you can search out for any of these decks like this. So it includes the Ganslot as well, so it's pretty good. So at least now Ganslot has some synergy with Pongo, so that's pretty good about that. It does pump Soul, but honestly the deck does not use Soul in this case, which is kind of weird, and also, yeah, I don't think you can't really fit any cards that can Soul Blast in this deck, really, so that's kind of unfortunate, really. And I still play for Sargon. Sargon is a high beast. It does synergize with Akane, obviously. I play 4 effect PGs, ideally one of them in Inventaria. Triggers are unchanged. I still play the yellow T. Now, some may be thinking, well, why pin yellow T? So my philosophy behind the yellow T is this simple. If I'm playing against a mirror match with another Aichi icon, the whole reason behind it is just to nuke their whole board. That's the whole reason behind it. So the moment you nuke the whole board for an Aichi icon deck, they can't do much. So they're really, really screwed in that case. Unless you tell me they have some Night Orders or any Fairy Gas in the pieces. But either way, it's supposed to just, troll them and say, hey, you bring an Aichi icon, I'm an Aichi icon. Well, no, screw you. I'm gonna nuke your whole board. So yeah, that's the whole philosophy. I mean, it's meant to be an anti mirror match, if I were to put it myself. So triggers, you play a Aichi icon crits. Free effect draws. I mean, if you want to play Frost, that's fine, but I think it does need draw power in a sense. And I pay for vanilla heals. So yeah, that's it for my deck update on Aichi icon with the latest support from DZ-SS16. Pretty good. I do like Akane and Pongo. They do synergize, and also it does synergize with Sargon, which is pretty good. Yeah, and the replays set do make it much more easier to access, and also this particularly is pretty hard to get back in the day. Now it's reprinted, so it's the best way to get it if you want to upgrade your Aichi icon deck. So yeah, with that being said, that's it for my deck update. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you do like it, do like, share, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos. I got more videos coming, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.